Six savages on the mix.
Yeah, I've been thinking. I be by myself, I fuck with you, don't know what I was thinking. Hi, welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a while, but I don't know, y'all. I can't just talk about bullshit. I like to talk about real shit. I like to talk shit, but it's gonna be about some real shit. It's not gonna be bullshit. Like I don't like to talk about just gossip about other people for my content. I like to actually talk about shit that's going on with me. So that's what took me so long to come up with another freaking video. So I appreciate you clicking the link and joining me here because we're about to get into some real shit today. Like literally. So unless you live under a rock, I know that you guys have been aware of all of the tragedies going on around the world right now. And that's pretty much like the basis of this video, because if things weren't going to shit, this video would not be a thing. So yes, I'm making this video for people such as myself who are empaths or consider themselves to be empaths, or just people who are human, who are really sensitive to what's going on around them and things like that. Like if you've really been affected by the tragedies going on around the world. So I got inspired to make this video because um I am so like I'm I've always been the type of person that wish that I could save the world, like genuinely, like really, like I don't know. I just it hurts me down to my soul. Like it affects me, like, or it was affecting me, like with my everyday tasks, like things that I do. It's just like hard to get things, like I don't want to say off my mind, because that's not really the goal, because some things you really just cannot forget about, but you just want to be able to move through your day not as miserable, okay? Not as miserable, period. Like happiness here. We're trying to reach happiness here, and there's nothing wrong with the negative emotions that we talked about in my last video. If you have not seen my last video, go see my last video. I talked about negative emotions and how we need them. But at the end of the day, we still need to be happy. We will not survive without our positive emotions. We will not survive without our negative emotions. So that's pretty much the inspiration for this video. And if you probably can already tell who this video is for. So I hope that you're one of those people. If you're not one of those people, I'm sure somebody who's been very deeply affected by the tragedies going on around the world, even right here in this country. When I say around the world, I mean global, because I saw something online. Look, I'm being hella aggressive. I'm sorry. I saw something online, and people were talking about the cost of living and how high and how bogus it is in America. And people talking about, oh, I want to go to Canada, I want to go to Mexico, da da da. But somebody said Canada's going through the same thing. The borders are just an illusion. So, mind you, of course, Canada and America's United States, whatever, is quite different because our healthcare is different. Our healthcare systems are different. Education systems is a little different. The way they run their public facilities are different, but the borders are just an illusion. A problem in America is a problem for Canada. A problem for Canada is a problem for Mexico. A problem for Mexico is a problem for the whole South America. Like it's all connected. It's all connected. You know what I'm saying? We're all connected. So when somebody said that the borders are just an illusion, I was like, wow, they're so right, because literally, like, of course, in America, you could tell where they was selling land and giving motherfuckers chunks of land. This shit was not naturally ordained. Like, so I'm just if you see me looking down, because I'm trying to make sure my microphone was on, because I low key did already record this video and it had no audio. So I'm just trying to make sure this one finna have audio, y'all. Okay. So yeah, the borders are just an illusion. So when I say global around the world, I'm talking about right here, right now. I'm talking about all the way across the globe, directly across, okay? From north to the south to the east to the west. People being affected. People being affected by things that are not even directly in their face, but it's low key kind of in their face. So yeah, I'm talking about this because I was having a conversation with someone and they just could not understand why I was so obsessed with what's going on with things they they couldn't understand how I'm so obsessed with things that are not directly happening to me. And that kind of, I don't want to say scared me, but it's just like I didn't think about the fact that not everyone feels everything as deeply as me. What the fuck? It didn't dawn on me. So they're just like, why are you so worried about that? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it's just like, well, it's right in my face. Like, how can I not be worried? Like, how can I ignore this? Like, you know what I'm saying? I understand. Like, I'm still gonna eat. I still got things to worry about. I still got bills to pay. I still got to get dressed. I still got to go to work. You know what I'm saying? I still, even with a full plate myself, I'm still worried about other people's plates that don't that are still like I'm saying, I have a lot to be worried about just on my plate. But I'm still the type of person that's still gonna be worried about the next person worried, or you know what I'm saying, just concerned, or just feeling empathetic, you know. So yes, this video is for my type of people. So if you still watching this, then you probably one of my type of people for real. So pretty much this video is going to be about how to cope, how to cope with these things, okay? That's going on in light of the mass killings and genocides and the hoarding of resources on the planet. You know how only a small percentage of very 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 small percentage of people own like 90%, probably more than 90% of the resources that the land and sea have to offer. So, we're going to talk about how to cope with this, how to move forward, and how not to let it consume you into oblivion. Okay? Because at the end of the day, we're only one person. We have mental health. Okay? So, let's just get right into it. The first thing I do want to address, my first fake point, is that yes, there is the option to be willingly ignorant. Okay. Some people, the news is too much. So they just delete social media, don't watch TV, don't want to know, don't want to hear, don't want to see about it. Hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil. Okay. Some people choose that route. My only issue with that route is it's a cool route in moderation, okay? I'm not Don't be just willfully ignorant completely. Unless you literally cannot handle it and you're literally going to kill yourself, don't. Because my thing is, if roles were reversed, or roles have been reversed, I'm sure, for a lot of us, you don't want people to just be silent or just like turn a blind eye, you know what I'm saying, to what the fuck is happening with you. You would want people to know, even if they can't do anything about it. You just would want people to know so that they can maybe be a little bit more compassionate, a little bit more understanding. You know what I'm saying? So even if they can't really do nothing about the situation, so that they're not ignorant, okay? So that's my whole thing with the being willfully ignorant solution. Oh, I don't want to know about nothing going on. Like if it's serious, I'm gonna know about it. If the world is ending, I'm gonna know about it. Really? Are you really gonna know about it? Because they've been poisoning our food for I don't know how many years, and you still eat McDonald's, boo. So I'm just saying though. So being willfully ignorant, my response to that is in moderation, and do monitor your time online. That's number one thing. Monitor your time out online. Okay? Because yes, I do believe as individuals, we're not meant to consume bucket loads of information in one sitting. In one sitting, okay? University takes years. Rightfully so. Because if you can, it's just like you when you have to, when you consume information, you have to digest, you have to process, you have to reflect, and then produce whatever it is that you're going to produce based off of that inspiration. Okay, so monitor your time online. Don't, I'm talking to people like me that like to go down these little rabbit holes, okay, of random cool interesting things, okay, like craziness, okay. I'm Look, I'm being so real, child, because I'm literally that type of person. I love to research. When I say I love to research, I love to research. I have so many random, I have so much random knowledge. It's scary, it's weird, okay? I can't hide it. I can't. So that's number one. After you monitor your time online, after you determine you don't spend too much time online or whatever the case may be, or after you get that under control, then now we can discuss solutions, because if you're still being deeply emotionally affected by what you're consuming, then now it's really time to, take up some coping mechanisms. So the first thing that I have here is to remember that things are out of your control. Remembering this, okay? Because at first, obviously, people always tell you, oh, some things is not in your control. It's just not in your control, so you can't worry about it. And I feel like that's something that is a very common saying. If it's not on your control, don't worry about it or whatever. But like sometimes we really have to remind ourselves and feel that, like not just to know it, but to feel it. Like, I'm only one person. I can only do so much. I can only do so much. After I do what I can do, I have to relax a little bit. So that's the first thing I really want to highlight. You can only do so much. A lot of things are not in your control. A lot of things are not your fault, even though the enemy wants us to believe that a lot of things are our fault. They want us to believe that we're the problem. Like, yeah, this is really an abusive relationship here that we have with the ruling forces, okay? Because they want us to believe we're the problem, that we need to take 2-minute showers, and we need to, go vegan, and we need to stop buying so many clothes, and, like we're the problem for climate change, when really it's the industries and the large companies and monopolies that are dumping waste, not reusing anything, just taking from the land, never replenishing the land or the sea. You know what I'm saying? So pumping things up with hormones, antibiotics, you know, they're really hurting agriculture. Okay. There's research, there's actual research out there. So I'm not just talking on my ass. Like, agriculture has been one of the leading causes of climate change. And that's just one mere example of how, you know, there's a lot of propaganda out there to make us believe that we're the problem and the solution. No. Sometimes you literally can only do what you could do. This is not your fault. I'm speaking to, I'm at least I'm speaking to as a black woman, okay? We have held this whole world down, okay? Literally from the beginning of time. So, I'm just saying, I know I'm not the problem, but I don't know if your ancestors was a little bit problematic, then your ancestors was a little problematic, and you can admit that and repent for y'all sins. No, but seriously, y'all can repent for y'all sins. You know what I'm saying? So just, it's just like, be realistic, do what you can do, because even if your ancestors was a little trifling, you still are just one person, and you cannot make up. You is not Jesus. Your death is not gonna make up for, you know generations and generations of sin. So, that's the first thing I really wanted to talk about. Yes, so things have been happening for a long time before you were even born. So, these problems have been happening, so just take it easy, show yourself grace. All right, so the second thing to remember is that those in power are willing to do crazy things for what they want. They're willing to do whatever for what they want, okay? What we're up against right now are powers that are willing to kill, steal, and other things I cannot say because I don't want this video to get taken down, which I hope it don't get taken down because I already been spilling a little bit of tea. But no, for real, like the enemy is willing to do a lot of things. Like the how people say, "Oh, you go low, I'm gonna go to hell." Well, the enemy is in hell. Matter of fact, the enemy probably came from hell. So it's like in us trying to go lower or trying to even just compete with that period. Compete with that period, I'm saying. We can, but not in a way that's, I don't know how to say it. Like, okay, it's they're willing to kill, steal, and some more shit for the resources that they're hoarding. They don't give a fuck about kids. They don't give a fuck about humans, animals. They don't give a fuck about shit. Okay. So when you're up against something like that, you have to be very tactical with how you approach that because you cannot reason with a being with no morals. Okay. So take it easy on yourself. If you're a prayer warrior, be a prayer warrior, do your thing. Okay. But one thing about me made me feel better. I'm just like, you know what, Julia, you right. Like them people was really willing to do some crazy shit. And it's no telling like I'm not special. You know what I'm saying? So shit, even me just recording and putting out this video might just put a target on my back. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like take it easy. The way to win is not by going lower, but by going higher and seeking that higher counsel. Because I believe in God. I'm not religious, but a lot of the things that go on in this realm are divinely, there's divine intervention going on, things that we cannot see. So, with that being said, you're not going to win this war with just the material, the physical things that we see, okay? But there are a lot of things that you can do to manifest. That's gonna be a whole nother video. That could be a whole nother video. But yeah, so keep in mind like the power that we're up against is sinister as fuck. Okay. So my that actually leads me into my next point. Be a good person in your life. And it sounds simple, right? Because everybody wants to believe they're a good person. Don't be that self-righteous bitch because a lot of people think that they're a good person, but they talk shit about the next person cuz I don't know, cuz they titties be saggy or they can't grow hair or they're a single young mother or they still living in wherever the fuck they living at. But you consider yourself a good person, but yet you talking shit when literally that the person you talking about probably can't even control. You don't even know what that person is going through. So when I say be a good person, I'm meaning be kind, be compassionate. Don't be in line at a restaurant or wherever you at, the post office. Don't be in line being rude to the workers and shit, being impatient, trying to get some free shit, trying to do all this extra shit. Like that's not the way. You're making the next person's day, life, job harder. Okay. So it's really small ways. You can make somebody's day. If you like somebody's, if you like the way somebody carry themselves, or if you like the color they got in their hair that day, like let them know. It's not dick riding. It's not. It's just showing love. Show love, be kind, in your life. And to me, I put this point in this video because personally that makes me feel better. And if you are genuinely a good person, you'll know what I'm talking about. If you're not a good person, then you probably not gonna feel this. If you don't feel this, then you're probably not a good person. But making somebody else feel good literally makes me feel good. And if you're a good person, if you know the girls that get it. You know, just doing that, being patient with people, not too patient now, not too patient now. I'm just saying, when you can, if you have it to give, don't be a stingy bitch. I'm just saying. because God gave it to you. So why can't you pass the gift? Why can't you? You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. I don't know if y'all get what I'm trying to say. The message might be going over some of y'all head. Be a good person in your life. Do good deeds. Give compliments, honest, real compliments. Not no fake ass compliments. Just help people out where you can. Be understanding, even if you can't help with nothing. If somebody's going through something, or if you're getting frustrated with something, just take a second to breathe and remember that how blessed you are. Okay, that's it. And honestly, that leads me to my next point and my last point: gratitude. How good of a person would you be if you did not practice gratitude? Probably not that good of a person, because with everything going on in the world and we cannot control these things, the least we can do is be grateful for what we do have when we feel bad when some people don't have. So for me, it's like this. I know there's people out there that can't walk on their own. So if I'm parking far, or if I'm riding with somebody and they park far, I'm not gonna complain. Why? Because I'm young and I got two working legs, so I can walk and get myself to the store. Like, you know. So it's just like, if I want to be more empathetic, if I want to be more understanding and compassionate, and you know, if I'm really, really feeling the type of way for people that are, like, that can't walk for some reason, then I'm going to be grateful for my legs. I'm going to take care of them. I'm going to use them. I'm not going to complain about it. I'm not going to complain about little shit like hair on my legs, or, oh, my skin tone is uneven, or like, oh, even if I was bow legged, like, nigga, I ain't trying to get this video taken down. But, so just be grateful for what you do have. And that also means not talking shit when people around you don't have it either. Like, so just show gratitude. Show gratitude. And personally, if I was without, and people that do have the things that I want that I am without, it will make me happier knowing that the people who do have are grateful for what they have, use what they have, take care of what they have, you know because I'm just like, yeah, like, low-key, like, take a shot for me type shit. I would love that. I can't have it's kind of like the same sentiment. Honestly, it's the same sentiment. If you can't drink or you can't smoke at the moment and somebody else doing it, yeah, like, take a shot for me, smoke for me. Like, I really want you to enjoy it because I can't. So enjoy what you have. Be grateful. Don't be greedy. you know so that's pretty much the end of this video. Like, I really just want y'all to take it easy, show yourself grace, cry if you have to, genuinely cry, because this shit is sad as fuck. Like, this shit is sad as fuck. So, you know talk to people that believe in the things that you believe in. And maybe we could talk shit. We gonna talk shit. We gonna talk shit about the government. We gonna talk shit about elitists. We gonna talk shit about white supremacists. Yeah, let's talk shit about that. Yeah, I'm one of those people who is like therapy. It's therapy for me to talk shit, but I don't just talk shit to talk shit about people. Like, I'm a little messy. Don't get me wrong. I am a little messy, but you know what I'm saying. Like, in real life, I don't know. I'm graceful. I'm compassionate. So I just want to give you guys that reminder to be that today. Be that today. Stand in that. Embody that. And that's really you shining your light like that out into the world. That is what's going to make a difference. That's what's going to make a change for the next person. Because I don't know, I feel like every evil person has an origin story. And you never know when you could be that person, somebody's last straw, and starting their villain origin story. Not saying that villains are justified all the time, but I'm just saying, if we can avoid it, if we can encourage, respect people working on their mental health, making it easier for people to work on their mental health without them feeling bad, okay? And I mean, like, not being entitled to people, not making people feel bad for being sensitive or vulnerable, you know. If we can do that, that literally will help so much. And that's how you can help. Exercise that power. Exercise that power. Literally. So if you want to comment some things you want to get off your chest, if you want to talk shit about what's going on, like if you just want to, you know, just express yourself, you can feel free to do that in these comments because I be watching, I reply. I'm not no stranger, majority of the time. But no, seriously. So that concludes this video. If you also have any other points to add as to how you've been coping with the mass genocide, feel free to drop them below. So I love you guys. I love you. And I really hope you have a wonderful day, a wonderful night, whatever you're having. And I don't know, show love to other people. All right, bye.
Six savages on the mix.
Yeah, I've been thinking. I be by myself, I fuck with you, don't know what I was thinking.